Welcome to the Curve Effect, where confidence meets curves and beauty has no limits. I'm your host, Tammy Taylor, and this is your go to space for fashion, health, beauty, and all things self love. Here, we celebrate the power of curves, embrace our bodies unapologetically, and inspire each other to live our fullest, most fabulous lives. Whether it's the latest style trends, wellness tips, or real talk about the real journey to self confidence, this is where you belong. So get ready to own your curves, walk in your power, and redefine beauty in your own terms. This is the Curve Effect. So let's go. Hey, 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 everybody. It's your girl, Tammy T, and welcome to another episode of The Curve Effect, where we celebrate curves and confidence every day, all day. And today I have Mr. Marsh Media, Backstage Entertainment himself. I am so anxious to hear what he has to say about the curvy girls, the curvy confidence, and how men see it. What's going on, DL Marshall, Mr. DL Marshall?
What's up, Tammy T? What's going on, Curve Effect viewers, listening audience? How y'all doing?
Good, good, good,
I've
good.
never felt I've never felt more like an uncle before in my life. How you doing, Mr. Marshall, Mr. D?
Mr. DL Marshall.
You hit me with the uncle intro, Mr. Marshall, Mr. DL Marshall.
You got the uncle hat on with the you got the uncle
No, no.
barbecue hat. You at the barbecue again.
Mm, mm, mm.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Can't complain.
All right. Thank you so much for gracing your face today. You're normally behind the scenes on the Curve Effect, but I appreciate
Hmm.
you coming on camera for me today. Um, and just so ever, I have to give you your flowers. Um, the Curve Effect is something that you came up with, the title and everything. And I appreciate you for offering this opportunity to me. I,
Well, I thank you for taking an interest in Old Marsh Media, and you've been doing an excellent job bringing out the best in your guests. So, hey, I'm sure that we got many more milestones to conquer. And happy birthday to you!
Thank you. Yes, it is my birthday. Yes, yes,
You
yes.
got your birthday pretty in pink on, and got the glasses going, and all that.
Yeah.
Lipstick matching the shades, shades matching the blouse, and I see, I
Gotta be
see.
gotta be cute on my birthday. Hey. So what I wanted to do, because I think you would be the best person for this subject because you have no filter. I love it.
Uh oh. Uh
You have
oh.
no, so there's so much out there now about women's empowerment, loving yourself, loving your body the way it is, and so it's brought a lot of confident. It's created a lot of confident, curvy women because before we were always pushed to the background. So now we're coming out, and we're like we're here, love it or leave it type of thing. But I want to know, how do men see that? So how do you is the confident women, is that attractive to you, or is it do you think it's more intimidating? How do you feel about that?
First of all, I ain't intimidated by nothing.
Yeah,
Not coming from no woman.
here we go.
uh, Second of all, a healthy dose of confidence is always attractive. Unhealthy dose is arrogance. I
Hmm.
really didn't realize that curvy women, full figure women, however you want to classify it, I never knew they was pushed to the back because growing up in the 70s, that's what you saw on TV, thick thighs save lives, and don't nobody want a bone but a dog, and come get some of this fluff to help you through your stuff and all that kind of things. Won't nothing, won't nothing make what we say, won't nothing rock your world like a big old girl. So hey,
Oh, hey,
hey.
okay,
So I
all
didn't know
right.
y'all. I didn't know y'all was in the back for real.
Well, that's good to know. But more so, well, like in our community, our curves are celebrated though. Like I've
Yeah.
always like our curves are celebrated. I've never actually had a problem. I've never had a problem.
Shame on the men that do. I mean, if you look at fashion, baby fat, we know what the baby fat is. Ain't nothing like a little bit of feminine fat that hit right up, under the obliques, right above the hip, and watch that rotate. I mean, shoot, sometimes materials cling better to curves than they do straight structure. Now, just because you slim don't mean you ain't curvy.
That's true.
And just cause you full don't mean you curvy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, we come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
We come in all shapes and sizes. But when men, because of right now, it's been so put on the forefront because in the fashion industry, we have been put back. In the fashion industry, a curvy girl was not seen on the runway back in the day. It just wasn't. And then there was a lot of times we couldn't find the clothing that the slim, we couldn't find anything that like they had. We go to our section and we looking at muumuus and these wide dresses and stuff. And so now we're popping, so-called popping. So now they got stuff for everybody. Everything they make for the little girls, they make for the big girls too. Now, I'm always quick to say just because they make it in our size, don't mean we need to wear
I think that's a mistake. I think that's a mistake. Yeah, I really think I don't think that everything that's made in size 5 should be made in size 16. I don't. I think those are two different structure of women. Now you can have something by the same designer, but it shouldn't be designed to fit size 16 like you designed it to fit size 5. And I think a lot of curvy, big, beautiful women do themselves a disjustice when they try to dress below what they know their weight class is. And I'm not trying to be insensitive or nothing like that, but dress what you weigh. And the people that are checking for you are going to see you. Those that are checking for you and you're dressing other than what is flattering to your shape, people that were checking for you are going to check past you. And it's the same with smaller women. Like I can't stand to see a small woman in baggy tights. That's a turn off to me. It looks unattractive. It looks unkept. It looks unclean to me. But I figure that whatever size of woman you are, possess your confidence to lead you into the size that fits you best, and then rock whatever it is that's in your size and make it fashionable. Because to me, fashion is how you wear it.
Right. I agree. I completely agree. So what do you think about what's attractive to you, or not just say you, but as far because you can speak for there's several
Yeah, I'm about to say
men.
what's attractive to me ain't gonna be attractive to a whole lot of other cats.
Yeah.
Like,
So is it the size of the woman or is it how she presents herself? What's the most attractive thing? I know men like pretty face. It's scientific that a pretty face.
It's different. And I think that's the mistake a lot of women make, is thinking that men have a type. And a lot of men have made mistakes trying to go after a type because that type has been pretty much attracted to them. But if you just sit back, be patient, you can find attractiveness. You can find an attraction to every woman on the earth. Something is going to be attractive to you. But some women don't have the prettiest of face, but man, the way they smell, oh boy, I can look past your 5 face. Some women are a 6 in the face and they are 12 in the body. Some women are 10 in the face, and some men might say 1 or 2 in the body. But you still find different strokes for different folks. And a gentleman like myself, you might see us one day with a woman that's 5'4", 125 pounds, then turn around and see us with somebody 6 foot, maybe 185.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how you carry it, how
Mm-hmm.
you possess it, how you
Mm-hmm.
market it,
Mm-hmm.
and if I'm with you and we out and you always talking about, oh, if I could just lose, I got to get to gym and lose 3 more. Now you pulling my attention to something that I would not have paid attention to as a problem. Now that it's an issue for you, you've made it an issue for me. And that, I
Mm-hmm.
believe, is the first start of being unattracted to someone, no matter what their size are.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. Now that's good to know. Because we good for saying that. Because I'll say it
Yeah.
in a minute. Like there, there's always something that we don't like about ourselves. And so we good to do that. But I won't no more.
I'm
Don't
gonna
be
say this to any woman watching this, especially a woman that has the confidence to do what you do, Tammy, which is model clothing, whether it's print, whether it's runway, whether it's award models or anything like that. That's a confidence in itself that 90% of women don't possess. So let's just say y'all are 10 percenters, right?
mm-hmm.
Now that you're up and you're moving about that way, it's up to you to let it exude out of you.
Mm-hmm.
So every guy is not looking for the same thing. So the attraction varies from a man per interest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think a woman that has this confidence, is that attractive to you? Is that something that's attractive to you, or can you just see it, or do you have to actually talk to a woman and find out how confident she is, or you can just see
Again,
that?
it varies. Again,
Okay.
it varies. Some women, like it was, man, I ain't gonna say her name, but it was a girl when we was in high school. Just the way she either got off the bus and as we got older, started getting out the car. Guess how she came down the hallway was attractive. Like
Mm-hmm.
she was more attractive. I'm talking about hair pulled back in a ponytail,
Mm-hmm.
in sweats because I run track after school. Oops,
Mm-hmm.
did I tell? Did I tell who it was? But that to me was sexier than somebody that might have had on that day a mini skirt with a lot of lip gloss on and
Mm-hmm.
dolled up. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just, it depends. I think that is the reason why the industry you're in, which is fashion,
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why I believe people love clothes, because you have different moods, different styles are produced out of different moods. And you can
Mm-hmm.
wear something one day with something, and like that top you wearing, you could put a blazer on top of that with some jeans and some pumps, and then turn around and have that same top on with a sequin skirt, and that looks totally different. And
Mm-hmm.
you're going to attract two totally different mindsets or type of guys based off of how you dressed up that shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true as well. And the reason why I'm asking these questions is because the influx of the need to have all these surgeries. Um, and a lot of the time they have these surgeries because they think they're going to attract more men. But the thing is, like you're saying, everything that you're saying is it's not one look. It's just not a look that men are attracted to.
Well,
It's
they're going to attract more men possibly than they have ever attracted.
mm-hmm,
But you got to look at your style of clothes are going to fit you different now due to that augmentation or enhancement.
mm-hmm,
So a smart, wise woman understands that there is not a woman that will be told no 3 times in a row by whatever request she asked of a man. And once a woman conquers that confidence, sometimes it can get out of control with arrogancy. But like, even if you put something on and you wanted to model,
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, if you walk out like, I know at least 3 people gonna dig this out of this 20, then you
Mm-hmm.
walk for those 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, my mindset is different. So when you want to start carving up and cutting up your body, I understand why strippers do it. But do you want to be looked at, mistaken for a stripper? I know why video vixens do it. But do you want to be? So after a while, you're going to get tired of the same guys wanting you for the same reason.
Right. And I
Hot
think,
girl summer only lasts so long.
yeah, that's true too. And I think, um, I'm all for what's on the inside. I'm all for loving what you have and that confidence coming through, and it will. And a lot of the time, women think that we have to have this. We have to do all of this. We have to have on all this makeup. We have to do all of this, and we really don't, because um, based off of what you're telling me, again, a young lady can come and she can have her hair pulled back, have on sweats, but it's all about how she's carrying herself. It's all
It's the
about,
delivery.
yeah, how she's carrying herself, how she's presenting herself. It's the level of confidence she has. And then there's you have another woman who has on barely any clothes, and she's also doing a presentation as well. But where
I'm gonna want both of them 2 women for different purposes. If I can just be honest, I'm talking about me now. Now I know if some guys ain't watching this with their lady, or if they gonna be honest, that if I see a girl in some sweats with her hair pulled back and she's still a dime, oh, that's probably wifey material, or that's probably go steady material, depending on the age. If I'm looking at a girl that's got a little bitty mini skirt on, showing her belly, got her face dolled up, got her girls pushed all up in my face, I'm like, oh, I bet you she fun. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth. That's how I go. Ain't no more confident woman to me than a little person. A little person woman, a little woman, that's the most confident woman in the world. For like the N, I can't use the N word like I used to back in the 70s. But a little woman, I'm talking about a little person. The little women.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I knew you was kind of lost the way you was looking. Like little women. Because you ain't gonna find no more curvier woman than a little woman.
Right.
Yeah, and the little woman is like, I'm the shortest, miniature, most compact thing in here. And then you see them dancing just like you, twirling just like you, and got attention. Because if guys be honest, when a little woman walk by, she's a capital M. And you already know she's swinging something in the back of that wagon. Them confident women. That's a curve effect. They know they got to get their clothes out the baby section or the toddler section. A lot of times they don't care. They will go get them things, make little accessories to it, you amend it, go get girl, and will rock your world. Shout out to all my capital M's. Little women. Yeah. You want to talk confidence? You want to talk curves? Y'all jump in the comments, all my little ladies. Yeah. the capital M's, the former M's known as little women now. Yeah, y'all, yeah. I'll let your boy.
Oh my goodness. What is your so when Lord, okay, boy.
So I mean, just they already got that little bow-leggedness to them, and then they just thick. So they got the curves and they got the confidence. Look, they done been like that joke I got. Tell your kids they ugly early. Look, little ladies been knowing they was little and wasn't gonna get no bigger than little all their lives. They got sat down and said, look, baby, you beautiful as you are, but unfortunately, this is you. And this is where you're gonna be, but you beautiful no matter what. And by the time they got they got the puberty hidden around them, and people stop looking at them and start looking at them like, yeah. Tell me one little lady that wasn't thick or curvy.
You are right. I can't think of one that wasn't. They are all very curvy.
And confident.
And they are very confident. They are very confident.
Anybody that's got to jump out of a chair and still will walk off and switch to go to the restroom. Listen, you just jumped out of a chair, landed like a cat, and then strutted off, knowing that you got people looking at you.
He land like a cat. Stop it.
I tell you another one. Listen, them big juicy greasy aunties. Yeah. The kind that got the cafeteria lady arms. That's another confident woman. Because she already know. I done been called names all my life, but guess what? I still got 3 kids, and your man like it. Uh-oh. When she go out to have a good time. She gonna probably be one of the loudest ones there, but guess who generally is the life of the party? Because they don't care what nobody got to say about them. They done heard it all before. They coming out to have a good time, and you and your small-mindedness ain't gonna stop me from having a good time. That's a confidence that makes little women and juicy aunties walk away with men. And then y'all pretty women's, them curvy women's, I'm not saying that the big juicy auntie ain't pretty, but I'm saying the dolled up, you know what I'm saying? What society say should be the go-to. Then all of a sudden y'all looking like, how in the world they got a man? I can't find none. Go look on 600 Pound Life. Ain't none of them single.
Boy, you ain't lied there.
Now they can't walk. Somebody got to bring them some chicken.
Yeah, and her man bringing her some chicken.
And laying right next to her frying it.
Yeah, that boy, you ain't lied then.
You know the confidence you got to have to lay in your bed with a George Foreman grill next to your bed, frying you and your man hamburgers.
Yeah, like I said, yeah.
That's confidence. That's a curve effect.
Yeah, for real. And the confidence is what makes a woman, I think. Confidence is what makes a woman beautiful to somebody. Confidence is what attracts. The level of confidence is what attracts.
Confidence is those things that be at them grand opening signs that they be wiggling and be at the car lots. That's confidence, right? Because no matter how much confidence you have, if you ain't looking like nothing, let's take a car lot. You see them things and you look at that, you go look on that car lot and don't nothing catch your eye. You don't care how much confidence brought you over there, nothing held you there, right? So confidence is attention getting. And then beauty is attention capturing, and personality is securing the attention that you get. That's the lock-in. Yeah.
Okay. So have you ever been attracted to someone solely based on their I'm not going to say solely based, but have your the confidence that this woman had, has that been something that caused you to approach this woman?
Are you saying, have I been attracted to a woman that was ugly in the face, but her confidence overshadowed her ugliness? Is that what you're trying to ask me?
I will never.
Because if that's what you're trying to ask me, you can go ahead and ask me.
I will never call another woman ugly.
Well, see, listen, that answers my question a lot of times when I go out. Enough people ain't been called unattractive or ugly, because yes, there are ugly.
I will never.
There are attractiveness challenge people in this world. Yes, there are. Now, does that mean they can't find nobody? No. Everybody ugly to somebody. It's somebody looking at me right now be like, he got his nerve calling somebody ugly. But guess what? I got somebody. So, are you asking me, have I been attracted to somebody solely based off of something other than their look? Something, huh?
Yes, that's what I'm. Yes.
Are you asking me, am I attracted to a woman, Tammy, whose confidence compensated for their lack of attractiveness? Is that what I'm hearing you ask,
That's
Tammy?
what you're hearing. Yes, that's it. That's it.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
So like I said, yes, I have been attracted to an ugly woman before. Yeah, sometimes you have to choose beauty, and then sometimes you have to choose butterface. So I have taken butterfaces over beauty sometimes. Sometimes it was by choice. Sometimes it was by default. Sometimes butterface was the last one long time ago. But that was the last one at the bar. And Hennessy made her look like beauty. So I didn't recognize it was beauty that got up. Butter was still there. And by the time I realized butterface was butterface, it was like, hey, you got me. Yeah.
Oh my
but
gosh.
Butterface played that role. Butterface had the confidence of Beauty that was sitting right next to her. And Beauty was a dime and Butterface was a nickel. But confidence level, it was 2 dimes sitting right there. I'm just saying. And that even exudes on the runway. And some people that's real foxy and fine and stiff as a board trying to go down the runway. And then there's some folks you like, good thing this ain't a beauty contest, but boy, she got it. And that's the truth. Now, don't be mad at me, be mad at the truth, and then I can handle it.
Oh my gosh. DM.
You forgot to tell these people I'm a stand-up comedian. See, you about to have people mad at me for real. I am a stand-up comedian, but I approve that message. I'm just saying. Tammy asked the question, so don't get mad at me.
But that I did not. Well, I did. Okay, whatever, man. So, and answer this: have you? Why do you think that there's some men that are actually attracted to women, attracted to curvy women in private, but they won't admit to it in public? Like
because of some of the stuff that a lot of curvy women wear in public is embarrassing. That's just like it's a lot of women that ain't full figured that I would be like, but I wouldn't take you nowhere dressed like that. So I don't think it's the size. But you got to think about it. If I'm out with you and somebody disrespects you, comment or any otherwise, I'm obligated to defend you or get you out of that area of being humiliated, right? So I really believe, because I've seen some heavy sisters with some clean dressed G's, groomed, and I mean they made a good looking couple, and his head was high. And I've seen some cats that had some chicks that was built like runway models or video vixens, and they was just like, man, I can't believe she wore this. So I believe that confidence will tell you when and when not to put something on.
Exactly. Confidence will have you put something on that's flattering to your body shape. Because
there
again,
you go.
We come in all shapes. Curvy women come in all shapes and sizes. I'm very curvy, but I know that there's some things that I cannot wear because it'll take away from,
I think there's something every size and body type should not put on. For real. I think the stigma was inherited by women that at once upon a time had low self-esteem.
I agree.
And then when they self-esteem picked up, they forgot to drop that low self-esteem mindset. We're never be for everybody. Let me say this. Janet Jackson got cheated on.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's my girl's name?
Jermaine Dupri.
Now imagine that.
Shoot.
Imagine that.
I was like, well, dang, okay. Yeah.
Talking about a confidence breaker right there.
Boy, that thing right here.
Talking about little people.
Boy, I was like, okay. We don't us regular folk don't stand a chance.
Well, here's the deal though. everybody's regular when it comes to relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And the bigger your bank account, the more zeros that you spell your name with, the bigger your options are. And an undisciplined woman or man will take part in the smorgasbord. It's available to you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's without strings.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of stupid dudes take strings when they get them pregnant. I mean, well, how do we get here? Yeah. So yeah, confidence will keep your guy, and confidence will get your guy too, depending on who possesses confidence.
True that. That's true. Is there a such thing as too much confidence?
Yes, that's called arrogancy, and arrogancy is not attractive at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Going over there, way over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what you just said should stop any woman from being arrogant. Halle Berry got cheated on. Janet Jackson got cheated on. Toni Braxton got cheated on. Lela Rochon got cheated on. Nicole Murphy got cheated on. You don't think you're going to get cheated on? You better check yourself. You get to thinking more of yourself than you. Oh, you think you that pretty? I pulled you. You don't think I can pull her too? Let me show you. But again, a woman ain't gonna get told no 3 times in a row. So the payback is unfair because y'all can pay us back. I mean, but hey,
is it really a payback though? Are we really paying you back?
In some people's
mind, but really you're just not. It's not a payback. You done.
That's your body count. Ain't mine.
Yeah, exactly. You done gave your temple to somebody just for the sole reason to get the man that you.
And if I pulled you once, I can pull you again. I just gotta let enough water go up under the bridge. That's all.
Oh, you real?
I told you I'm different. My mindset's different.
Your mindset. Yeah, you real.
If you can't go back in the store that you done purchased over $100 worth of merchandise just because you complained over the price.
All right. That's a whole nother. Now that's a whole nother show.
Mm-hmm.
That's a DL's backstage pass subject right there. You awesome. yeah. Cause that's all right. You just
if they really want to understand, y'all go to Patreon and check out DL Marshall, Gentleman at the Gym. Only $5. Go to patreon.com/Marsh Media Backstage ENT, and that'll explain all that. Ask me another question so we can get out of trouble. You about to get me in trouble.
Yeah, because you was right. That right there, all you got to do is let some water go under the bridge. That's called too much confidence. That's my definition of too much confidence.
Let me ask you a question, and then we can move on. Viewers, curve effectors, and Tammy, how many times have y'all seen a woman go back to a dude that had dogged her out and you like, what? How? And she's like, I swear I ain't going back no more. And then next thing you know, little water done slid up under the bridge. Bridge is now passable. And next thing you know, you're like, girl, I know you ain't. Well, everybody deserves a second chance. You ain't never seen that movie before?
I've been the lead actress in that movie before, but
so it ain't too much confidence. It's a reality. Ask me another question. I told you we was gonna get in trouble. Ask me another question.
Boy, yeah.
I love you, curvy ladies.
Well, okay.
Just they choose one.
Okay. So, do you think that the industry is more accepting now of the curvy women? Do you think because we got the Curve Effect, and there's a couple of other podcasts and a couple of other shows that celebrate the curvy woman. Do you think the industry?
I think you guys' confidence have paved a lane for it to be popular and lucrative. And when you don't look like Big Mama, and when I say Big Mama, I'm talking about, grandma.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you know, you still vibrant and you have an appeal, then a lot of fashion designers want is somebody that can sell their pieces.
Exactly.
All a lot of shows is wanting people that will get people to tune in. So if you, I think it will stop being an issue when we stop making it one. Because again, curvy, beautiful women, we don't have a problem. Most of the time, it's the lack of confidence. Like the question you asked, well, why you don't want to be seen with me in public? Upgrade your fashion choice or upgrade your personality, how you act in public, then we can go out.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something that my son said to me, and this was years ago. My son likes curvy women. My son likes full figure women, and he was like, it's a little better now, but he was like, I can't date them because their confidence and self esteem is so low. They have a problem with me liking them. Like it's always So
what you want?
Yeah.
What did it? Why you really want me?
Yeah. So he was like, I can't fool with them, and those are the ones. He's like, those are the women that I really like. You know, but he can't now.
But they just can't believe why somebody that I deem attractive would be attractive to me because you are attractive
to him. Yeah, exactly. But he could, and so with that, when he told me that, I was like, wow, you know, and I decided that I need women to see themselves the way God sees them. And that is part of the reason, a big part of the reason that I do what I do and I represent what I represent.
Because if a woman is honest with herself, and I know a lot of women gonna get us, but if a woman is honest with herself, then nobody else can lie to you.
Exactly. I agree with you.
Know how much helium you have in your balloon. Because you only gonna rise to the level of pressure that is pushing your balloon up. And sometimes you are the sandbag on your hot air balloon. You, like your son said, you were weighing this down. We could have been soaring. So any size woman, you beautiful to somebody. Find your somebody. That's just like as a comedian. I'm funny to those that find me funny. Guess what? I got to find a collection of those people, make a following out of it, make a fan base out of it, and get those people to come together as the majority to come see me. And that's the same thing with when you ask exuding confidence over beauty. Like Lizzo. People would always say Lizzo was pretty, but Lizzo was trying to overcompensate low self-esteem by going over the top with outrageous antics. Now that she's lost weight, she ain't wearing half the stuff that she was wearing when she was overweight. Why? Because she can look at herself now and she likes what she sees. She appreciates the work she put into that temple. She was trying to compensate by really trying to say, y'all jealous, y'all make it. No, it was actually you not liking what you looked at. So now if you make a what is it, mockery of it, then people will talk about the act more than they talk about your size, but it backfired. Yeah. But I'm glad she got to a place to where her confidence level now supersedes people's opinions.
Right. And she looks beautiful, and it's not, I mean, she looks beautiful and she dresses, and the way her presentation is not ratchet. Her presentation now
Lizzo has always been pretty, and her sex appeal was her talent, which was singing, and her personality in her videos. It exuded confidence, but then the antics made all that unattractive.
Go away. Right. And people didn't see her for that. People did not see her for that. And now, you know, she, like I said, right now, you know, her images, or the way I see her, is a classy, elegant type now. She's not whatever that was.
You can't make a mockery out of your brand yourself by being overboard with the character you create.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think men contribute to the antics, or do you think men contribute to when you see women out here really just being, I don't even know the word for it, overly sexual or over sexualizing themselves? Do you think men contribute to that?
Nope, not at all. I just think that's a narrative for those women that do that, not to have to accept accountability for putting themselves out like that. Okay. Because as a man, we gonna be attracted to whatever an attractive woman presents, and attractive is subjective to the person who is looking at the person. And my point, before everybody be like, no, look at the 90s, the hot girls, TLC, baggy stuff. They was fine. They was cold. Total, well, they wasn't fine, but they had that confidence. You know what I mean? Jade,
Jade Brownstone.
Yeah. Brownstone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They wasn't bearing it all and showing, you know what I mean? It was now giving them something he can feel. Yeah. The red dresses that showed off them curves. But prior to that, even the start of Salt and Pepper, everybody loved them Salt and Pepper. But so whatever a woman sets as the standard and the gold standard of attractiveness and sexiness is what a man gonna follow suit on. So now the women that were beautiful and seemed to be sexy in the 90s, okay, now these 2000s, they showing me everything. So I ain't gotta imagine what's under the cross-colored clothes or the Karl Kani. I see it. Like, you don't think as many people was going after Sally Richardson as they was Lil' Kim? You don't think as many people was going after Jada Pinkett as they was Foxy Brown? But which one seemed to be the wifey material? Out of them two women, out of them four women, which two got married?
Sally Richardson
and Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett, yeah.
But we found out they was all four one and the same.
They were.
I started looking at Sally was getting it in at them parties. And we all heard about Jada.
That's crazy, but you're right. It's all about presentation. I always say that. It's all about presentation.
What did most men used to say with our daddies and our uncles? I want me a woman in the street and a freak in the sheets.
Yeah.
Discretion. That's the biggest confidence. That's the biggest attraction. Now, ladies, the level of men wanting to smash you, the level of men that want to blow your back out, isn't the same equation as a man that wants to settle down with you. Know the difference. Just because I would like to lay with you doesn't mean I like you.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. You're right. You're right. It's somebody I've seen it. Like I've seen somebody just look at his phone and be like, oh, then the next thing you know.
Why did I ever do this?
Yeah, so yeah. And then they'll go back, but then they don't stay. They'll ride through. Yeah.
You are, they say if you can't love the one you want, love the one you're with.
Or want the one. So, if you
can't love the one you want, love the one you're with.
The one you with. Yeah. And that's unfortunate. But it's a lot.
But when you make it that accessible, what do you expect?
Yeah. I just find, and this is me thinking this, and I'm a woman, so I'm gonna ask you, do you appreciate the fact that you have to put some work in? Is that something that's appreciated? Like, do y'all want to be able to
what I want?
Do y'all want to be able to pursue a woman?
It depends on what I want her for. I can't be no honest than that. The 20-something-year-old me that was trying to knock down everything that he could get his hands on, no, don't be wait for what? But as you desire companionship over physicality, if you once you start desiring not just to hurry up and run to some stranger sink, rinse off and get out of there, when you start wanting to lay down and wake up tomorrow, yeah, you want not to be able to get down real quick. Because the reason why when we get down real quick and get up and be gone fast is because we can visualize you doing that activity often. Because a lot of men, although we present a nice package of confidence and a ball of swag, men, when they look in the mirror, we are honest with ourselves. We know she might be out our league, but I already know what she likes. So that's why we go and get the bling. That's why we go. Yeah, because we know you going to be attracted to that. Oh, girl. Oh, look, I bet he got. See what I'm saying? So, yeah, if you make me chase that a little bit, yeah, I'm going to chase. But if I already know I ain't a 12, I already know I ain't a 10. And if a brother know, man, I'm about a 6.5, 8 with a good haircut, and I get hold of her that easy, yeah, she do this all the time. So, or you get the other end of the pendulum, you get a fool. Yeah.
So if you okay, say, so you still do men enjoy the pursuit? Some men say, I want to be able to pursue this woman.
I want. What I want.
Yeah, what you want. Do you
not liking in women, not liking in women to a pair of shoes. Not at all. Not liking y'all to a plate of food. But if I really want tacos, I'll drive past a hamburger stand, I'll drive past a Chinese food restaurant, and I'll drive past any other restaurant to get to a taco stand because that's what I want. I'm gonna pursue it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But if I just want something to eat, I really ain't got a taste for nothing, but I got to satisfy this physical urge, I'm going to stop at the closest thing that smells good.
Wow.
That's a nugget, ladies. That's a nugget.
Ladies. Listen to this man. Listen to this man. He a comedian, but he funny, but he ain't crazy. He know what he talking about. There you go. He know what he's talking about.
I became a comedian because women like a man with a sense of humor. Hey.
And that's crazy because I love a man that can make me laugh. If you can make me laugh, I almost don't care what you look like. Almost. See?
But for real, men know that. Men know that. See, a lot of women are like, if he want me, then he gonna have to accept me like I am. Oh no, sweetheart. He will tolerate you like you are until something comes around that is a little more tolerable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a difference between pursuing a woman and chasing a woman?
Yeah.
I agree.
Dogs chase cars.
I feel like if you chasing me, that means I'm running from you. So that means don't chase me. Because if I'm being chased, that means I'm running. If I'm
dogs chase cars, hunters chase prey, or they hunt prey, I should say.
So are you a hunter?
So call me Daniel Crockett or Daniel Boone, whichever one.
David Crockett. Daniel Boone. It's Daniel Boone and David Crockett. You don't mix both.
You know what? One of the white men's.
All right, so there's always saying, we always demand all this respect. We demand you respect us. You're gonna respect me, but we got to put something out there for y'all to respect.
9 times out of 10, a woman that is always demanding or crying or hollering for respect has not presented herself to be respectable. That's the reason why she hasn't garnered the respect.
That's like
most women that get that level of respect lead with that level of respect. They set out that standard again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, If you want the truth, I'm here to offer the truth. I'm not here to there now and rub nobody's shoulders and back. If you are dressed to where you look like you easy, I might dress it up different, but that's going to be in the back of my mind. I wonder, will she go? But if I see you at the supermarket and you got them sweats on, or you got like the hoodie on and you got your pulled back and you got a nice little pleasant smile on your face, you might look at me like, okay, let me see what she putting in her basket. Let me play like I'm looking around. So, and you seeing that she picking up stuff that look like it's just solo dolo breakfast. Hey, what you about to cook up a breakfast or something? No, I'm just putting something together, so I can have something throughout the week. Oh, so you ain't got nobody to cook for. Okay. What's your name? Da da da. Pa pa pa.
Yeah.
But opposed to, okay, you. For what? For what?
Yeah.
Come on, sister.
And it's funny because I get the majority of the men that approach me, it's always at the gas station. It ain't men never approach me when I'm out at an event. They never approach me when I'm somewhere glammed up or dressed up. I get all the men that approach me, matter of fact, I be at QT. If I need me a man, all I gotta do is go to QT.
I was just about to say, Quick Trip is the new nightclub, but you want me to tell you why that is?
Why?
Because remember I said, curve effectors, Tammy, that a man knows his level. When we look in the mirror, we're honest with ourselves. So when you're at an event, you are exuding something that he feels as though, oh, I didn't bring the right bait to put on this hook. Right? So he want to go at you. And then a lot of times you are surrounded by other women whose confidence level are at yours. So now it's like, if she say no, God, no, I'll see if I catch her a little later. And you never know, them cats that see you at QT be like, oh, that's old girl. And now you by yourself for a little bit and you kind of dress down now. Now he feels like, oh, I might be able to spring this one. That's
wow. Why. Really? Wow.
Okay.
Wow. But it's true though. Like, at one point, there was a point in my life, I every time I went to the gas station, like for a minute, I didn't have to pump my gas. I just pull up and go. Now, if they had to pay for my own gas, but I didn't pump it.
You don't want them paying for it. That's a whole nother show.
That's a whole nother show, right? But at one point, man, everybody that I met, it was at QT. I had a girlfriend. I was like, man, what you doing this weekend? She was like, what you doing this weekend? You going to QT to get you a man? I promise you, that was crazy for a minute. That was like the going. That was the running joke. That was the running joke.
Meet you up the club QT.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to go to Quick Trip right now in a minute. But yeah, ladies, just be confident in you. Be confident in you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I do appreciate you coming to the forefront and sitting with me today. I hope that, ladies, I hope you all take a lot of what he said. He is a comedian and he's funny, but everything he said made perfect sense. Like I said, he's funny, but he ain't crazy. And, take these pointers and take these nuggets out there because, I'm single and it is horrible out there. So take these. It's just bad. It's horrible. So yeah, just take these nuggets, man. Love yourself. And like I always say, see you the way God sees you, ladies. And if you do that, you'll find a man that's gonna see you the way God sees you as well. Now,
and before I go, let me just say, y'all check us out on Marsh Media Backstage Entertainment Television on YouTube, The Curve Effect, DL's Backstage Pass radio show. Tammy and I do a fun job with the show the DL's Backstage Pass. And y'all, please look me up on YouTube, comedian THEE DL Marshall. That's comedian the DL Marshall. And please, ma'am, please, sir, go and check out my new comedy special, The DL Marshall, A Gentleman at the Gym. And shout out, yeah. See y'all at the next show. See y'all at the next show.
All right, and
Thank you, Tammy. Thank you for having me.
What got going on?
Some of everything.
Yeah.
You got to call me back because I got something that me, Bam, and Robert producing. So you got to have me back to talk about it.
Absolutely. And how can they find you? What's your social media?
Everywhere. Mr. Sadwar Fair is at THEE DL Marshall. That's all social media platforms.
All right. Thank you so much. And I'll be talking to you later. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in on this episode of The Curve Effect. Remember, ladies, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Keep shining. And I'll see you next time.